woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna...
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ready, blue lady. Let's go, let's go.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Tackle made there by Mason Foster.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Ready, black,
on second down, here's Miller. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, the Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
On 3rd down, Winston. Airing this one out for him. It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Jameis to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gould now out to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 21. Out of the gun, Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bbit, even if you don't score any points.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vinny Curry in there there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. A first down carry now for Miller. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Green, triple C. Ready. Blue 80. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Boys hot. 1.5 to hot.
Here's Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Sonic. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now a handoff to Miller. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ready. White 25.
A 1st down throw for Winston. the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
White 25. Boys up. Boys up.
And the pitch goes to Miller. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go. Let's go.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And this is caught by Jackson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. They go play action here on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was...
Let's go now.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, Winston. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Ready. White 25.
3rd and long for Winston. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 16. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal. We just saw him do it right there.
Throwing to Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. So they will go for it. Stafford. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Vinny Curry in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. It was Eric Reed in on the stop. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
To throw is Stafford. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Levante David with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now Jameis on 2nd down. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. Jameis now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. They'll toss it to Miller. Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
To throw is Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. That's it, baby. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Winston now after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Miller. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ready. Blue waiting. Five on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Evans has it left side. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Gold now out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down at Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the right hash, this from 53. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
This will be fielded at the 6. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Over the middle here to Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, tag 50 left. Set. Waiting.
Throwing again. Stafford. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
10, 10.
Again, it's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. With it is Jackson. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Give him 30 yards there.
I don't know about you, but I feel like there's a little extra juice when you see Jameis Winston connect with Mike Evans early, and when they do it often, this team is really energized.
Well, and Evans at 6'5", those long arms, it's so tough to defend.
And he surprises you with how fast he is because he looks like he's just loping along, and all of a sudden you're 10 yards behind him, and Jameis Winston finds him.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Miller. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Ready.
Winston now from the 50. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he gets it down to the 32. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. They go back to the ground now with Miller. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Jameis now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Evans. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And another Winston to Evans connection. Mike Evans, he didn't play football till his senior year of high school. He was such a good basketball player down in Galveston, Texas. But I think he's happy he picked football up.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. I would have loved to have been around those conversations. The head basketball coach, the head football coach. Since it was high school, maybe it was the same guy. You never know. And saying, I need this guy out on the field. But it's worked quite well for him. And Jameis Winston's so happy to have him on his squad.
And they've got the lead in this one because of it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Alex Collins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Gold to add the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Stafford. Rolling to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. It's a big play there for the Lions. 42 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, Michael Roberts, there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now Stafford looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bird. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That is caught at the 7. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Jackson now to return. Oh, good move. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. Second down, Winston. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's Winston. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vinny Curry able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Lions on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be third and forever. Out of the gun, Stafford. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 45 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Stafford looks to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. In for the score. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So now here come the Lions up to go for 2. Throwing again is Stafford. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now a toss right to Miller. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Hey, a little bit of an unconventional call there.
Yeah, but it worked, and how great was that? That's got to give them a lift in this situation.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Back to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready. Blue ready.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. They get it to him running left. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs.
Let's go. It's time to play. Let's go.
Winston. That's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Gold now out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set your...
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. in the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Buccaneers, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Detroit,
it's one of them ones, man. You just in the car, man. It's like when you in the car, you just think about everything, man. Definitely when you by yourself and you just cruising on the highway, man. Yeah, this got me thinking.